Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to my anti-meta gallade God of War TCG deck. I haven't seen anybody else like on YouTube or anybody else play this deck, and I wanted to make this deck because I just didn't want to make something meta and sort of have the same versions of or similar versions to like sort of meta decks nowadays, like Arceus and Urshifu and Zacian and the sort of current format that we're in right now. Because I just felt like that'd be a bit boring, and I just don't want to do one that's you've seen like a billion times already. But let's just get straight into it. So this deck pretty much just, like I said, is anti-meta, and it works when it works, and at times I just get destroyed, turn one of from my opponent. So to start off with, we got 4 copies of Routes. That sort of confuses the opponent. I mean, it's not much, but it could be good at times. Then we got 4 copies of Curlius with March Strip, so you can, if you have all 3 in the deck and go first, on your next turn you could just hopefully evolve and then get the other 3 copies out. Very good for when I evolve into God of War. So, and for those who don't know, pretty much, even though it does say once a turn, I did ask someone I know, a friend of mine, saying that I can actually use all 3 of these, or multiple at once. So that's good to accelerate hopefully energy attachment / drawing into other cards I need for the game. We got, and plus it's also sort of a good secondary attacker in case if my gallade goes down. And for those who don't know, it pretty much does, a second attack pretty much does 60 times the amount of V's my opponent has, so it pretty much punishes my opponent for the number of V's for placing V's on the playing field. And even though it takes a bit out of setup to actually get the energies on to evolve and stuff, but if I could actually get it going, actually it's pretty good. But other times I'm just could have nothing in my hand and have to turn 1 for my opponent. I've got 1 copy of Cresselia in case if I do go second, and then I could have this in the active spot and get an extra 3 energies. Otherwise it's a decent energy search card. I got 2 copies of Galarian Zapdos V. This is a very good card. It's kind of similar to the Gallade, where it requires V's from my opponent's field, where its attack does costs 1 colorless energy thing less for each for every V on there and play. But so essentially, can if my opponent has 3+ V's, I can essentially attach a fighting energy and attack for 1 energy. I mean, it's not a lot, and my opponent can easily knock these out. But if I could get this set up, and I could at least do a decent chunk of damage, plus even though it's it might be just for slow him down just tiny bit, or not at all, I could do at least discard special energy. And I got 2 copies of Crobat V just for that, draw support, and occasionally I do draw into this as my starting Pokemon, but that is okay. Moving on to the trainers and for the item cards, I got 3 copies of Lava Balls to search out, the routes, the Curlias, and all that. Got 2 evolution instants for the gallade and Gardevoirs, or the Curlier if I don't open it or draw into it. Two rare candies in case if I do have a Roach and gallade or a Gardevoir, then I could just evolve straight away, and hopefully that would help slow it down a little. My opponent down a little. I got 2 Keeps of Toughness for Zapdos and Crobat and Curlier. Sorry, not Curlier. Cresselia. So hopefully that my Pokemon can at least like survive on for a turn or so. Sorry, knocked the camera over. Got 3 copies of Switch, to swap out and stuff, generic stuff. And 2 copies of Old Symmetry, just so if my opponent attaches a non-psychic energy to the Pokemon from the hand, they just put 2 damage counters in it. I mean, it's not a lot, but otherwise, like, it just helps chip away at the Pokemon a little. For the supporters, I got 2 Rhyhorns, so that way I can like attach an energy and search for a card. That like just to hopefully help out with just whatever I have in my hand. I got 1 Shauna, which I need to get a couple more for this deck. Especially if since I'm playing 3 Monis. Yes, it could kind of disrupt my opponent's hand a little, but the cards nowadays, like, I feel like it doesn't really help all too much. Since I could easily get stuff back out. I got 2 Koreanist Focus. Just a good card of, sort of beginning to mid-ish game, like especially with this deck with Gardevoir drawing a lot. I got 3 copies of Boss's Orders just to get the knockout of, nearly knocked out Fees and other Pokemon. And for the energies, I got 2 powerful energy to sort of add damage, and even if it's like a little bit, like the amount it is on here, which is 20. And yeah, wait. But yeah, it's a good card. And then we got 9 Psychic Energy and 5 Fighting Energy just for the Zapdos. Yeah, like I said, this is my personal build of this deck. It's not like, sorry, I keep knocking the camera over. I mean, it's not the best deck, but it does work when it does work, and it is fun to play. Like, I had a couple of, close games with people I know, and I times I got into game 3, a couple of close 2 games with others, but otherwise I enjoyed personally using this, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Again, sorry for knocking the camera over a couple of times, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.